Hello everybody, my name's Enthogwin, and today I am playing some Proverbs. I just wanted to talk about some things that kind of happened in the world, in the news. Um, First off for today, because it's 9/11, just want to kind of give a moment here just to say you won't be forgotten. We're kind of getting up there in age where a lot of the demographic now is going to be forgetting about those in 9/11, as is kind of expected, as you normally would, because well, that happened 24 years ago, but we lost almost 3,000 people. I think it was like 2,977 people passed away in that event. It was a terrorist attack where planes crashed into the World Trade Center in New York, and then they also went to the Pentagon and got the western side of it, and then Pennsylvania also got hit by a plane, and just a lot of craziness, a lot of chaos kind of happened at that time, and that was truly a moment that changed the world for forever. It's still not really the same. I'm having a hard time figuring out where I'm supposed to go next as well. Here, let me see if I can find a spot. Okay, well obviously we're supposed to go right here. It took me forever to figure out and find. I'm a little bit in an off headspace. Just because a lot of things happened and transpired. Yesterday, we also lost the life of Charlie Kirk. Whether you like him or hate him, I can't really speak too much for your guys' personal preference, taste, flavor, yada yada yada. But for me, he came into my life at a very transformative age, if that's the right word for it. Here we go. I had a lot of things that I was planning on doing, in my life. I was planning on going to college, maybe looking at become a doctor, do the standard thing that a lot of kids want to do, a lot of people say is right and well in the world. And I grew up in a really rough upbringing. I didn't have a dad for some of my most formative years. He went to prison, but unlike most people's stories, he did come back into my life. He did, get sober. He was a drug addict, alcoholic, and he got sober and he came back, and we've had really good time these last few years. He's a wild conspiracy theorist, like I'm sure a lot of people's folks are as well. And I grew up in a small town in Ohio, and I'm still, very present in that to this day. So I didn't have like a lot of world experience, and it's very conservative here, whether that matters much or not. I don't really think it does, but people make it their entire identity. I'm not really going to speak too much into that, but I remember finding Charlie Kirk online when I was really young, and had those ideas where, let me see, where it was just like, oh wow, he's saying a lot of things that I was kind of raised not to really think about too much. And he really did help me with finding a voice in everything. Let me see, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I can do that. That's 5. Okay. Help me find my own voice. Like, he gave me that critical thinking. That's what he really talked about, with his organization was, don't believe everything that someone teaches you. Don't follow through with someone who's like, oh, I've been studying this field for 5 or 6 years, or, this and that. Like, everyone still has their own opinions and biases. And of course he's opinionated and biased as well. It's why kind of divisive. But that's also kind of the charm, is you just see him go and talk on these campuses or talk with people, and most of the things I've always seen through the years was the other person would get very heated, they get very passionate about it, which that's good. You should be passionate and heated about things, but and he was as well, in his responses he was as well, but he always let them speak their minds, and no one had to go there. You chose to go there. You chose to have that discussion and talk with them, and he was just saying, hey, I'm here to talk and change my mind pretty much. And through those debates and moments and things, I got something back that I was never really allowed to have in my upbringing. And also, of course, because of me being my formative age, like I think I found out when I was like 17 or so, 16, 17. And he just opened up my worldview so much. And that's just something that I still can't believe that like he got assassinated. I can't believe that he's gone. I'm literally dumbfounded by it. Like it doesn't feel real, even though it very much so is real. This is saying it's wrong. We'll clear the errors. Let's see if we can try somewhere else. So 2. Nope. Okay, because it's right here. I'm kind of going fast, and I shouldn't be. I just need to go slow. Remember what it's like to breathe. I can't fathom like what that was, and I had the unfortunate blessing, if you can call it that, to go online after it happened, like 20 minutes after it happened, and see the uncensored video of what took place. And my first initial reaction was, oh my God, this just happened. And I sent it to my mother-in-law and was like, oh, look at this. And then I started thinking I probably shouldn't be sending this video, because of course it's going to make news everywhere and she'll hear about it. I know she will. And she did. And I had to stop myself. Like, I need to unsend this right now. Like, I cannot be sending this to her. That is just so wrong. And, you know, kind of just traumatized me. Shaving the fool without lather. Okay, you don't want to shave to trick somebody. Okay. The shaving without, you know, is he using a fish in his hand? Almost like a fish. I wonder if you could shave with a fish. Is that what this photo is kind of showing, or is that just a really big razor? Or stone. Maybe they used a stone back in those days. I don't know. Whenever this takes place. But it wasn't a good or beautiful thing. And some people, they think it is and they say it is, but like it's never truly good to be assassinated for basically no crime other than speaking your mind at a public place where people can choose to be there or leave, you know. It's just really still heavy on me. And I don't want to make this into like a political kind of thing, even though it kind of already is. And I'm sure I'll have something in the title where it's talking about 9/11 and everything that's gone on, but I just have to get this out of me. And once again, this is my channel. I'll do whatever I want, you know, damn it. But hopefully this kind of gives some consolation to anyone who may be stumbling upon this channel for the first time and hearing that, hey, you know, it's okay to feel and it's okay to think and it's okay to breathe and be. Oops, I meant to do that. It's okay to have those feelings and you're not alone. It is a true tragedy, and having to kind of figure out how to navigate through dealing with that is okay. It's allowed. You're able to do that. And it's okay and it's healthy, and don't shut those feelings down, which I keep finding myself wanting to kind of do. I want to kind of be like, okay, it's fine. You know, it happened. It is what it is. And of course it's going to be, it's going to have to be. There's no other choice, but even still, it's okay. It's healthy to feel. It's natural. It's human. It's not necessarily a beautiful thing, but it's beautiful to be able to say, hey, I'm passionate, and know why you're passionate. Two fools under the same hood. Stupidity loves company. Two fools under the same hood. I kind of like that. I was honestly surprised. Asmongold, his father, is going through some pretty rough, you know, medical things, and he's been on a hiatus for, I think it was about 8 days now or something like that. It's a week or a little over a week, and he came back and he decided to speak on it, which I was really shocked to just see that, where it's like, wow, okay. He decided that this is something that's big enough to kind of come back and say, hey, I just have to say something about this. And of course, 9/11's here. He did the day of, and the one lady who got killed on the train, that happened. And it's not just him, but there's other people out there who are meeting these unfair and unjust and unsafe, you know, insane, unsafe things that happen. And it's like, what's the solution? And I'm not going to get into that can of worms because that's very passionate and personal to everyone. But I want to say, like, he died going out, you know, doing what he loved. And I think he is a man that had to have known that this was something that was potentially going to happen at some point. I don't think this is, you know, nothing that probably surprised him or, you know, anyone in that sphere, where it's like, yeah, this is what's going to occur at some point. Hopefully he had a plan. He has 2 kids, a young little girl and a young little boy, and a wife. And, you know, I feel so deeply for them that they're going to live in a world without their dad. But I hope that they know that every, you know, day of their being of their life, that's reinforced to them that their father loved them, cared about them, and, you know, he was always going to be there for them, even, you know, with what happened, the tragedy. It's just something that I can relate to a certain extent, but not in the finality, not in the finer tone of this is never going to be coming back. And I don't usually struggle with death. I have a weird relationship with it. And I'm honestly like, I didn't expect this to hit me as hard as it did. And I'm kind of thankful that it has, because it really shows me that, hey, I do genuinely care. I'm not as heartless as I sometimes feel like I am or seem, or there's something within me that's more human than I sometimes am aware of, or, you know, want to believe or feel. Sometimes I get in that rabbit hole where I'm like, oh yeah, I can handle this, you know, it's fine, you know, I'm strong, I'm tough, you know, and this makes me a man in some sense, and oh, I'd probably be fine living in so-and-so time where they had to do this and that in order to survive, and I'm sure I'd be able to get over it, I'm sure I'd be able to do things, but I like being in touch with my more feely side. I don't want to say feminine, even though probably is kind of the right word to say for that, but you know, I'm thankful that I am in touch with my effeminate side. Then we're gonna undo that. This is a 5 because we got 1, 3, 5 right here, because it's the only thing you can do. Then we have to do something here. So if you didn't like that, then you're gonna like that, right? 6. So we got this right here has to be this. 4, you're good here. Oopsie boop boop. You're good here. 4, we got that. This is right here. 6, 4, 6. Boom. I saw that. It grows at the window. It cannot be concealed. Okay. Because it's being exposed at the window. Okay, and this is nice. You get the shaving guy, you get the fools, you get the window. So they're growing out of the window. So it cannot be concealed. The 2 idiots and the tricking someone. I like that. Can I click on this to see it? Yeah, trick somebody. So, okay. On the topic of 9/11, I was 1 year old when that happened. And it's one of those things where I don't really have a whole lot of personal life experience to know how I'm supposed to feel. I don't have like a major family tree or thing that I can be aware of. My mom was adopted. My dad was adopted. So it's not like I have a lot of people personally that I can go to. I only have a limited, you know, such a wide reach of people that I know. Is this actually a thing? Okay, no. It's very short, and I really, like, I respected my soldiers. I respected people in the service. I always had that, but actually making some friends that got into service and meeting people who have been in the service through my work field that I was in, and like actually personally seeing that side of things, like, it increases your respect. And I still, like, I can't personally understand or know anything coming close to that at all, and that's nothing that I think I could even say or even joke about, honestly. But meeting those people who actually were soldiers, meeting the people who were actually in the fire, in the fray, you know, doing those things, that has really opened up an immense amount of respect and personal feelings that, like, I can say, like, man, just thank you. About my heart, thank you for what you've done. And most of those guys will say, oh, no, I don't deserve it. Or, you know, they nod their head. It's awkward. They don't want to do that, you know. But it's something that cannot be said enough, where it's like, you did your nation such a great service. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. And if you are a veteran or soldier, or, you know, currently listed or were enlisted back then, or what have you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are saints, and you don't get enough thanks. And it only takes a couple people to be a bad bunch, you know, sour the wine. Only takes a little bit of something bad to make everyone else seem bad and be vilified, and it's not fair. And I will say, yeah, some of you guys probably do deserve to be vilified. I'm not gonna say everyone's a saint, but there's a lot more people out there that are hurting and are broken and bitter within, and they need help, and they don't want to admit they need help. They don't know what help looks like, because help is so convoluted and crazy in the American health system, and yada 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 yada. I can go on a million different things, but truly, thank you. You have my support. Some lonely little man from Ohio. If that means anything at all to you. Okay, let me see. I need to put on like my focus modes. This is 7 right here, right? 3. Nope, this is 6, so I can't do this. I was looking at that, scoping it out, and I was like, I don't know. Now I do know. I've been enlightened. 3, 5, boom, 4, boom. Here we go. 7, 3, 7, 5. That's 4, 5. No, that's 5. I lied. 4 right there. Boom. 2, 1, 2. 5. That's 2. This is 3. 4. That's 2. 4, 5. Actually, yeah, 5. You are 3, 5. This is 3. This is 3. 2. You are 2. 3 right here. We have a 5. This is a 4. This is a 5. It's a 3. 4. Nope. I don't know if that matters or not. 1. You are this. Boom. You kind of get in the flow and you kind of guess a couple of them because you're going fast. That's like how it does actually work sometimes. I think with that, I'm going to end this video here. I don't make this long. Debating upon doing some more spookier vids or what I'm trying to do next. I'm not quite sure what I should do next. I'm in between ideas and thoughts and things, and my heart's heavy right now, and I'm still trying to rationalize and think and pray within myself and just get an idea. Like, oh, so many different things going through my head. I just need to get it out there, and instead of posting it into the void, I'm deciding to record it into the void. So yeah, this is a little bit more somber, sad note, perhaps. If you watched the video, thank you for watching. If you have any comments or anything, I will read it and get back with you, or give it a thumbs up or give it a little heart, whatever. And yeah, just thank you for watching and being here, and glad you're alive and here today. And until next time, I'll see you later.